Hello everyone, X-Wall Kill Bethelite here. And you see this street here, Martin Luther King Drive. Which means anytime you over here by Martin Luther King Drive, that means you over here by the hood. Now, from what I can tell, the hood in San Antonio in Texas here ain't as bad as the hood in Dayton, Ohio. Like, they got some interesting houses and whatnot here. But Dayton, Ohio, I remember we had something called the Soda Bass apartment basically projects, the Soda Bass projects. Like, these apartments and stuff are nice compared to that. All that stuff is nice compared to Soda Bass. And I remember we would go preach as far as giving out watchtowers and whatnot in the more poor areas, right? Because this is where you're going to get people to fall for the whole, if you pass out watchtowers, then you're going to live forever, right? You pass out our magazines because we say Jehovah said so, and you're going to live forever in this paradise. This is the type of area where we would find success. So this is the type of area where you see a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, whereas, the more white congregations, they wanted to stay in the more rich areas. They didn't want to preach. Somebody had a funeral over here. And these little church funerals, man, look at that. They be having the nicest cars. Like, everybody in the church got a Cadillac. It ain't like that with Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I mean? So, why is everybody going so slow? But yeah, the white congregations, a lot of them, they wanted to just preach in the more rich areas, the nicer neighborhoods. The problem that they would have is they wouldn't get any success placing their watchtowers. The Jehovah's Witnesses wouldn't have very much success trying to place their watchtower magazines in the more rich areas. Because there's no reason for a person that's well off to fall for their, hey, would you like a world with no suffering? Well, read this watchtower and that'll show you how. It's just, they're not going to fall for that there. But places over here, this is where Jehovah's Witnesses stomping ground would be, over here off of Martin Luther King Drive. Like, every Jehovah's Witness across America circles Martin Luther King Drive, and that's where they're gonna go do the majority of their door-to-door work. And we about to pull over and eat here. I got some lunch I need to eat, but yeah, we over here in the I guess this is the hood. Actually, to be honest with you, yeah, this is Martin Luther King Drive, and yeah, you got houses that kind of look like that, but the hood where there's more Mexican than there are black. They're probably more Mexican here than there are black. But there's several different hoods. This is the Martin Luther King Drive area where you go have probably more African American. But the hood where it's more Mexican, oh man, that's far worse. Like, the houses are worse than mobile homes. Like, the houses look like they're built by like 5-year-olds. So let's get ready to find a nice spot to pull over and have lunch and talk about this. This is Jehovah's Witness stomping grounds. I mean, it's every church stomping ground. You got a million churches in the hood. Because it just seems like their message is a little bit more receptive sometimes over here. But now you see all this nice area here. Let's get ready to pull over right here in the shade. The shaded area. And yeah, let's have something to eat here. So let's open up this bag and see what we got to eat. I'm over having problems with it. What you got here, those are black-eyed peas. Black-eyed peas, some cornbread. You guys are gonna love this. Let me pull my fork out. Some kingdom victuals. After a long, hard day of looking for Jehovah's Witnesses and I can't find none, all the kingdom halls are empty. We need to have some lunch here. What is that? What is that? Is that pig's feet? Yes, that's pig's feet. Set that over here by our black-eyed peas. What we got here? Let's pull this out. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm from Dayton, Ohio, the most successful Kingdom Hall, like the largest hall ever, was in the hood. That was the most success Jehovah's Witnesses ever had. Now, what they did, which is one of the reasons why so many of the halls are so small, what they did is broke up the larger hall. The larger hall was called Central. And yep, Central was over there closer to the hood. We got some more pig's feet up in here. And we got some greens. And we got some cabbage. You understand me? You understand what I'm telling you here? And we got some Kool-Aid. So we got some Kool-Aid, pig feet, collard green, cabbage. Now I'm in Texas. You trying to ask me where I found some soul food in Texas? Listen here, I found it. Let's take a sip of this ice cold Kool-Aid here. Woo-wee! That Kool-Aid just right. So the largest and most successful Kingdom Hall, it was in the hood. And what they did with that particular hall, let me I gotta wipe this fork off. What they did with that particular hall was break it up and quote unquote make people serve where the quote unquote need was greater. And essentially what that means is they used the larger Kingdom Hall in Dayton, Ohio, to furnish other Kingdom Halls with people. So all the other halls was about to collapse. They was about to fall through. They was about to be done with. The only reason that they weren't is because they took a bunch of people from the hood and spread them out all over everywhere else. Woo-wee! Cabbage is on point. How about them green? So really, as far as black and brown people, African American, people of Latin descent, Watchtower needs those people as far as filling in their membership. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Them greens is on point, boy. Now, them and pig feet. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Oh, I should have brought my hot sauce. What? That's good. What? That is good. If it wasn't for the Spanish congregations, Texas would be dead. I mean, y'all saw all the halls I showed you. They were all super small, and that includes the Spanish. Yeah, that includes the Spanish. So if it wasn't for black and brown people, I'm telling you, Watchtower probably would have fell through a long time ago. And what do? They do the same thing a lot of organizations do. Have one token black guy. Look at all that meat on that pig's feet here. They're having soccer down there. But yeah, I'll probably go for a nice walk around after I enjoy my meal. Some cabbage, some pig feet, some greens here. Some Kool-Aid. What y'all got for lunch? What y'all having for lunch here? Y'all just spending the day with ex-wall kill Bethel out here. So now we got to have a plan here for them Black Eyed Peas. We got to get them into action here somehow. So what you do, get you some of that and get you some of that too. All right, well, we are done with our looking for Jehovah's Witnesses, and there ain't none because they all scared of COVID. I mean, really, like they were supposed to be, hey, if the government said if y'all go out door to door, we're going to like shoot y'all. These are the people that said we're going to end up dying. When whatever was going on in Nazi Germany, where supposedly people ended up dying horribly because of their religion. Yeah, Watchtower expect all them to sacrifice themselves. But when COVID came out, Watchtower shut down the whole operation that all these other Jehovah's Witnesses in other countries died for. Like, we gonna preach. And then you got the problem that they had in Russia. Well, heck, if they would have stayed, if those Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia are getting arrested and all kinds of stuff, how do they feel now that they're in jail and all the other Jehovah's Witnesses all around the world just stopped preaching because of COVID? Here they are dying because of it. I want this open. I want it open. I want it open now. Open it now. Want some black eyed pea. They encased this bad boy. They have encased it in the plastic. Hold on. They have encased this bad boy in this plastic. Great Scott. Y'all wasted all this plastic on one bowl of black eyed pea. Nah, give me some black eyed pea right now. They're like, this dude is crushing this bowl of black eyed pea, but we getting it out. But yeah, you got Jehovah's Witnesses all around the world that done died, been put in jail. In Korea, I've already told y'all about, in Korea, pretty much every Jehovah's Witness in Korea at a certain age, if they're a male, ends up going to prison because they refuse to do military service. So you got all these people going to prison and whatnot. And Watchtower just shuts down the whole operation. What do y'all think about that? You tell me. Watchtower shuts down the whole operation after all these people done died trying to pass out their watchtowers. And all these people done been put in prison. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. But yeah, really, I mean, we could go down the list of people that done been quote unquote persecuted. All that persecution, all that stuff they went through for what? Watchtower shut it down anyway. Everybody, they don't even got to go to meetings no more, let alone preach. They just sit at home and look at their tablets. They call it a Zoom meeting. It ain't really a meeting. They just basically watching the broadcast. But yeah, I'm about to do some damage over here. Y'all about to see me do some damage. It was hard work looking for them Jehovah Witnesses, and they ain't nowhere. All these people done died trying to preach all around the world in different countries. People done been put in prison. And then I go out on a Saturday and I look for Jehovah Witnesses, and ain't none nowhere. So you mean to tell me if the government threatens your life, Watchtower expects you to go out and preach and risk your life? If the government threatens to put you in prison, Watchtower expects you to go out and preach and risk your freedom. But if COVID comes out, Watchtower shuts the whole freaking thing down. Explain the logic. Explain the logic. I'm about to do damage. I'm gonna have to use both hands. I had a holder. You guys probably know because of videos are more shaky now. I had a holder and I ended up removing it. I gotta get some of this Kool-Aid. I ended up removing the holder. So now I hold it by hand. But explain this to me. Y'all see the video. I done went to multiple Kingdom Hall, looked all over the place. There ain't no Jehovah nowhere. Them Jehovahs are put up. They put up. Explain the logic. You are supposed to preach come heck or high water. You're supposed to preach whether or not the government tells you to stop or not. And then COVID comes and they shut it all down. You mean to tell me all those people in Russia are in prison for nothing? They're in prison for no reason whatsoever, because preaching work when it gets hard for somebody off in Russia, okay, that's fine. If it gets hard for somebody off in Korea or China or somewhere in some other country in Africa where people were supposed to select a political card, and Watchtower's like, well, no, y'all can't select no political card. So they were butchering them people with machetes. That's okay for them to die for their faith. But when COVID comes, let there be some COVID. Well, now Jehovah's Witnesses don't want to die for their faith no more. Why? Because that hit here. That hit close to the governing body. They ain't risking their lives. They shutting it all down. They ain't risking getting in trouble here. They shutting it all down. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to eat my soul food here. Ain't no Jehovah Witnesses. I was going to share it with them. Ain't no Jehovah Witnesses. They off hiding. They hiding from COVID. Jehovah wants them to hide from COVID. But if it was the government saying, if you don't stop preaching, you're going to die, Jehovah's Witnesses were supposed to select death. They supposed to pick death. Technically, this is a global fail of faith with Jehovah's Witnesses all around the world. They ain't risking their lives for no preaching work. They shut it down. They shut it down for a long time. X-Wall killed Bethelite. Signing out. Y'all take another look at this here. We about to do damage. You know I got two. You saw I had two. So I'm going to eat this one, and then I'm going to go eat the other one. X-Wall killed Bethelite. Signing out.